So you want to gather and farm materials quickly and efficiently to get more of them with less effort? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do exactly that. I'm Dan, this is Unified Gaming, and we're going to jump straight in. So you've got your tools ready, you're good to go, you're about to explore and make loads of money by harvesting, but stop. Before you step any further, you need to go through and check, have you done these things? I have, like many people, made all the stone and the flint tools to begin with and went out mining and wasted so much time. This video is not about that. We want to be efficient and get as much resource as possible and as quick as possible. So first things first, we need to get some proper tools. We cannot rely on flint tools to do our job. If you go to the workshop, it's a musket and arrow, you can make some better tools from day one. You can choose to make iron tools. The flint tools have a gather speed of 100. Iron tools are between 125 and 200%. Steel's even higher with 250 to 284. The higher the tool, the better it is, the faster it gathers the materials. The one thing to note as well is that the tools are level gated too. So this iron axe can only be used at level 5. That's the lowest level for it. Whereas the steel tools are level 20. If though you are somebody going, I can't afford the tools or make them because I don't know how to do it, I've got no materials, doing a few starter quests will give you a couple hundred gold. The couple hundred gold is more than enough to get a proper set of tools. And I'm going to show you this right now. As a new player, you want to go to the trading post. Every town will have one. It's marked with a set of scales. In here, you want to look for tools. You want to go to gathering tools and pick the tool of your choice. It's really important to have these boxes checked. Can equip and can afford. If you don't have these, then you won't be able to get tools that you can use. So the equip one is incredibly helpful. What you then want to do to make sure you get the fastest tool for your level is where's the G.S, the gear score, you can filter by this. So by clicking it, you want the highest at the top. This will be the fastest tool that you can get for this type. You can do this for iron as well. So for example, for 10 gold, I can get this pickaxe that's 160 gather speed. It's better than my 100%, and it costs 10 gold. You can then also look down at the perks and get some perks that might help you out. 153% gather speed and more resources. Yes, please. The second thing that is really, really important, and it sounds stupid, is you want to go and make sure that your inventory is not full of rubbish. Many times I went out and I just kept some of this refining stuff, thinking, yeah, I picked it up, it's good. I didn't realise it's really heavy. It's 156 weight. If you click the arrow, it will put all of it into your storage shed. Same with the smelting, so anything you don't need, just dump in your shed and deal with it later. If it's old weapons that you don't need, just salvage them. I don't need these bows. Get rid of them. How do you increase your resource gain easily? This is what you want to do. Firstly, I would suggest being flagged off for PvP. You do not want to be interrupted. As you explore the world, you will find resources like you do normally. You can harvest these if you have tools down below. But what I want to show you now is a really useful item that is easy to get and it's incredibly powerful. And this is the proficiency booster. This will increase the amount of resources we gather with a tool by 5% for 10 minutes. I'm going to quickly harvest some of these plants and just show you what it does. We've got 6 hyssop, I think it's pronounced. We're going to use one of these. So it's on our number 6. You can then see the buff applied down here. And so we're good to go. We're now going to harvest some more. We've got 7. So just by using that potion, we're now getting more resources here. And this will help us with everything from iron to wood to stone. This works on anything that you use a tool to harvest, including animal skins as well. So this is a great way to get bonus resources. Now, to make the proficiency booster, you need to find yourself a workshop. A workshop is shown with the musket and arrow icon. Every town will have one. There are different tiers of proficiency boosts that you can make. The basic one is level 20 engineering. This gives you a boost of 5% resource gathering for 10 minutes. You just need air mote, soul mote and some water. Really cheap materials. If your engineering is not high enough, I would recommend making the fishing poles to get it there, as they're a great experience and really easy to make. And you can use basic materials down here. Now you might be thinking, I can't make it because I don't have the soul motes and the stuff I need. If that's the case, you can buy them and they're really cheap. In consumables, under enhancements, you will find the proficiency boosts. A little tip is to filter by price, putting the lowest at the top. As a new player, you will want to get the cheapest ones that you can. These are 0.03 gold where I am, are incredibly cheap. If you buy them, this will make you more profits in the long run than if you didn't have these. So I would highly recommend getting these if you can. Whether you buy them day one or you craft them, they are a must have if you ask me. Another thing you can do to maximize that resource gain is have special traits or perks on your tools. These only apply to tools predominantly. Every tool can have access to the tools type plus yield. So logging yield, mining yield, for example, harvesting yield. These will increase the amount of resources you get by a percentage. The maximum value is 19%. From my testing and having played this for hours and hours and hours, gathering, harvesting, crafting, the yield is the most useful one that you can get. It maximizes your profits and your crafting experience long term. You can also get skinning luck, mining luck, harvesting luck that give you rare items, but those luck ones can also be on your armor too. So I wouldn't use your luck ones for kind of your tools. Instead, focus on the yield that you will need early on and the Azoth extraction, which will really help you out. Now, after a long session of gathering and harvesting, it's time to refine. When you come to the refine station, you will have a bonus chance to get free stuff. It's very small. Now, if only there was some way to make this higher. Well, there is in fact. This is where you come to the special items that are the tanner shoes. They come with shoes, trousers, hands, shirt, and helmet. You can get this for smelting, stone cutting, any refining based skill. They are very rare, and the bonus is 2% more materials when you refine, and they stack together. What's also important to note is that 2% is a fixed value, so whether you buy this at level 1 or you buy this at level 60, it's always 2%. As you can see a minute ago, we have a chance of 8% for rugged leather and 10% for the basic leather. I'm now going to equip our armor. It's also very light as well to note. And now we've gone to 20% and 18%. And it's a flat 10% boost, which means on these higher armors and materials that are harder to kind of get, these are incredibly cost efficient. It can save you a lot of money and a lot of time. I managed to get 10 bonus items with 50. My RNG was very good then. And that's where these sets are incredibly useful. Now, you're probably thinking, how do I even get these? And I had to do a lot of searching, in all honesty. They are a very rare drop from certain mobs. In all honesty, it's not worth the time to farm them, but it's worth just buying them if they're on the market. To find them quickly on the market, you want to go to all items, perks, and we then scroll down, and you want to look for something that has accumulation in the name. There's weaving, there's woodworking, there's smelting, there's stone cutting, and there's leather accumulation. Once you find the right one, you're then going to go and select it, and you'll have a chance to get it. So we're looking for leatherworking accumulation. It does take a while to find, but when you do, you select it and you search. And you'll find there's lots of them available in Everfull on my server. This is PC EU Central Naxos. If you go, you can't see any there, expand it to all servers, and then go for a bit of a trek. And I did this, I went around and bought a full set of this stuff for about 400 gold, and this in the long run will be a massive investment. So this is a really worthwhile thing to get. And as you can see, they are for all types of armors and all refined materials. Unfortunately though, some are easy to get and some are hard. The weaving is not available on the server just yet because people aren't farming it. But when they come up, I will be buying it for sure. and I suggest you do the same. And one thing to note that is really helpful is when you do get it, to lock the pieces so you don't delete them. You simply hold L and you click on it to stop you scrapping the items. A full set only weighs 2.1, so they're really light to carry. You can keep them on you most of the time. And if you have storage issues, you could choose to just go to your storage container and drop them in here. As you can see, I'm pretty hot on the crafting with all the materials I have. But that's it. That's one of the biggest ways to maximize the resources, both with the harvesting and the refining. And this will really help you push your craft higher and higher and earn more and more money in the long run. You've probably noticed by now that your inventory is quite small. You've only got 200 pounds. That's not a lot of weight, really, especially when iron and stuff's so heavy. Thankfully, you can increase it. You do unlock these bag slots as you play, and the more bag slots you have, the more bags you can use, the more you can carry. It's pretty simple. But getting bags is quite tedious. So what I would suggest is go to the trade post, go to appeal, down to bags, and then you want to put the price on the lowest. When you're a new player, you will not be able to afford the better bags just yet, nor can you equip them. And I would recommend just buying these cheap ones to begin with. You only need one of them, or you can do the quests and you will get a free bag as you get further and further through the quests, but it does take some time. If you have one of these bags, you want to upgrade it, all you want to do is just go to gear score, put it on the highest, and this will put the best bag at the top. 163 plus weight. This is amazing, but the requirement is level 28, so don't jump the gun, be mindful. You might also get some really useful perks on some of your bags. This one, for example, it makes your food weigh less. This one makes alchemy stuff weigh less. You could even be really lucky and get a bag like mine that has extra pockets. You get an extra 68 weight on this. So when I put this on, I go from 200 weight to 418. It is a massive increase in carry weight. And in all honesty, you want to get a bag from day one as soon as you can. It is the most helpful thing you will get, even if it's a really basic one to start with. But I'm going to wrap this one up here, guys. So I'd like to know, what did you think of this? Were there things that you didn't know that you can now use and try yourself? I'd love to know in the comments down below. And if you have any other questions about the game itself or how to just do something, ask below. And equally, any content ideas are always welcome. But I've been Dan, this has been Unified Gaming, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, take care, and bye!